All right, I think we're live for today, and really sorry I had problems getting my stream going. My computer crashed right as I started streaming, so sorry that I'm just on right now, but the problem is out, so let's get going. So let's see, we're doing something to do with customs declaration forms today. 26 yes no questions, marked A to Z. All you need to do is identify questions for anyone in my group who answers yes. Since the group is just you, it doesn't take very long. However, the person next to you seems to be hearing that language barrier and asks you for help. For each of the people in their group, you write down the question for which they answer yes, one per line. For example, ABC. In this group, there are 6 questions for which anyone answered yes. A, B, C, X, Y, or Z. Right. Okay. So every letter is one that someone answers yes to. Another group asks for your help, and then another. Eventually, you collected answers from every group on the plane. So these are the answers to every group on the plane. Sure. Each group's answers are separated by a blank line, and within each group, each person's answers are on a single line. Yep. The list represents answers from 5 groups. The first group contains one person who answered yes to 3 questions. Yep. Second group, blah, blah, and so on. For each group, count the number of questions which anyone answered yes. What is the sum of those counts? All right, that seems straightforward enough. So we're just going to get all the input into our program again. I think this is the first time I managed to type this without screwing up. Okay, let's see. In JavaScript, so letters are the same as numbers, right, in certain cases. I think char code at 0, I think, is the way you do it. Yeah, okay. So we can convert letters to numbers with an offset of 97. So the way we pass this is similar to the way we pass the passport thing from before. So we say const groups equals an array. Let G is the current group to which anyone answered yes, right? Okay. There's probably a couple ways we want to do this, but yeah, let's just do it the easy way first. So for each input, what we want to do is we want to say for each character in the line, we want to say the offset is line.chart. So the number at that position, the minus 97. So because 97 is A. And then we can say which I'm not sure what I want to do here anymore. Maybe we don't have to do that. Let's just do that. Letter equals that. And then we say that letter, if it's null, we say it is 1. So we're just going to actually count, because I feel like the second part we're actually going to need to count how many people answer each one. So this is getting a count of each letter that we've got. And if it is empty, we're going to want to do the same for the sum. Let's do this. If G sum, no, let's do this here. G sum is 0. So if it's the first time we come across a letter, we want to increase the total number, the count of different letters. So there's a better way to do this, but it's fine. And like last time, if the line is empty, that means we're done with the line. We'll add it to the group, and we will reset it to a new thing. We can't actually do that reset here, so we actually have to do that here. Cool, and then for each line, we add to it. Cool. At the end, I want to print out groups, see what we get. We're going to add the last group as well because there's no Leo line at the end. What do we get? Cool, that seems good. So group start map. So we want to grab that unique value we've printed out, put into each one. Cool, and then we want to sum them all up. We could try fold, see what happens. All right, let's try a fold and see what happens. So in JavaScript, a fold, I believe accumulator comes first, right? And we just want to a plus n, and we want to start with a 0. And n.unique is what we want to add together. I think that's how you do folds in JavaScript. It's not called fold, it's called reduce in JavaScript. 6585, that seems really big. But we had like 384 groups, right? 385 groups. 384 groups. Yeah, it sounds about right. Okay, let's go. 6585. What do we get? That is correct. Well, one star close. Wait, but why didn't I get? Why didn't I get a position? What? Okay, we'll see. We'll worry about it later. As you finish the last group's declaration, you notice that you misread one word. You don't need to count, an answer. You need to identify questions to which everyone answered yes. Using the example above. Okay, the ones that everyone answered yes. That's a little bit trickier. But we can do something like this, right? We can get the count in the group, and we're going to for each line we're going to increase the count. And then we're going to say use the group. So then we need to count this properly again. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. There's 4 people in the group. We need to count the number of items in this list where the value is 4, right? Okay. So let sum equals 0, and then we're just going to loop. We're just going to do a good old loop because it's easier to think about it that way. I'm using GG because I've already used G before. So I'm just going to pull out the value so I can use it as a shorter variable. So I guess we can just loop over the keys, right? Yeah, for const key in GG, if key is unique or key is count, we ignore it. Otherwise, we say if the value of that key is the count. Okay, let's just do it that way. Then we increase sum. And that's it, I think. As long as this number is something reasonable, I'm happy to submit it. That sounds reasonable. Let's submit it. All right, 894. Dang, okay, today's problem was pretty easy. And it looks like everyone got it really quick. If we only got 894, yeah, look at that. Everyone got it within like 2 minutes. I feel like there was some way to do this using like command line trickery instead of having to do what I did and do something programmatic. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. What would be the easiest way to do this with the command line thing? I can't actually think of something off the top of my head how I would do this. Counting number of unique letters. You know, some programming languages have a unique function built in, like for an array, distinct. I wonder if JavaScript has something like that. Get all unique values in a JavaScript array. Yeah, but sets are like JavaScript array distinct. Filter. Just convert it to a set and count it. Could do something like that, but my Python is not up to scratch. What is it with? How do you open a file in Python? Import OS, I guess, with os.open. There's a way to read the whole file. Read lines. That. Maybe it's not open. Okay, I'm not sure. Seems like there was a really quick way to do today's question and I didn't come across what it was. But that's okay. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. And that's just what happened today. I might have to think about that and get back to you guys tomorrow. But yeah, well, that's today's challenge. It was quite straightforward. People finished it in 5 minutes. Yeah, there wasn't really much to it, and it wasn't super interesting, really, in my opinion. But a challenge is a challenge, and it was pretty fun. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.